But we're going to dedicate a lot of our time this hour here with you to one of the many problems in this pandemic that isn't changing, that hasn't been on the rebound. And that's countless Arizonans left without a job and with nothing to help them through this crisis. More than 37,000 of them have been trying to get answers for weeks, even months, after applying for the second lowest benefit payout in the country. Money they can't even get because of a broken unemployment system. And there's new reporting tonight from azcentral.com that shows the man first in charge of the state's stunningly ineffective unemployment system was paid nearly $95,000 for 75 days of work. Tom Betlach is trusted and still praised by the governor for his short stint in an office that appears not up to the task of smoothly delivering unemployment benefits to thousands of Arizonans. New at 6, ABC 15's Nicole Grigg has the story of the trusted right-hand man at DES and Governor Ducey's continued insistence that the problem is just too big to be solved.
The governor and his staff will tell you the good things, like they have paid out $8.5 billion in unemployment to 1.1 million people since March. But what you aren't hearing are the people who have not been paid, the personal stories, and those who are facing heartbreak.
So my day essentially consists of waking up. I call DES at 7 a.m. That's when they open. You pray that you are in the queue right away.
John Cooper, nearly 2 months to the date, trying to get state unemployment benefits.
John, do you feel like you're being lost and forgotten in this system?
100%, and here's the reason why. When I do get a hold to speak to somebody, I've had to fax in my documentation 3 times on 3 separate occasions, and I have all the receipts showing it. Unfortunately, they say that in June, they lost, what they find was most of the paperwork was lost. July, kind of the same thing. And I'm just a number. I envision a fax machine stacked full of just papers of people, and I'm just part of that.
John is not alone. We have done story after story for months.
From 9 in the morning until about 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Recalling, calling.
I've had to refile, which I did today, but they're telling me that it's going to be a 4-week process.
Called 200 times in one day, could not get through.
And while so many are struggling, where is Governor Doug Ducey?
Proud of you.
It's clear the governor is more focused on presidential politics than addressing ongoing dysfunction with state unemployment benefits.
Doug would call, I'd take his call, and he was always asking for a lot for Arizona.
And again Tuesday at 2 campaign-style events with the vice president praising the response.
This is an administration that cares about our state and stands at the ready and is always just a phone call away.
The governor appears to pick and choose what data points to share with you, like this one. The governor now likes to show the R0 estimate in his press conferences, showing the rate of transmission dropping graph, but he never showed it when Arizona's estimate was in the red over 2. That's extremely widespread.
But today and yesterday, we've been as good as any state in the nation. We're at 0.9. That means we're going to have decreasing cases.
Along with showing you what he wants you to see, the governor seemingly pushes back against issues Arizonans are facing. Back in May, the governor was asked about Tom Betlach in a broken DES system.
Tom Betlach is among the finest public servants in Arizona state government, if not the finest servant in Arizona government. When he retired last year, we created a Tom Betlach Award, which I said was the equivalent of the Pat Tillman Award.
So what has Betlach done and what has he not done? It's hard to say because he did not speak publicly many times. We only heard from him one time at a COVID-19 briefing, explaining then the overloaded system.
And you can see why this is really an unprecedented demand.
So can anyone push the governor and DES to do better? The answer appears to be no. Democratic legislators can't call hearings unless Republican leadership agrees, and they haven't. They could do a type of town halls, but couldn't subpoena Betlack or the current director to appear and explain without approval. And to our knowledge, no one has filed any type of legal action, meaning more people out there are going to continue to be frustrated by this system. Reporting in Phoenix, Nicole Grigg, ABC 15, Arizona.